Guys, I'm going to answer a few of your emails finally. Keep writing them. Cody at foxbusiness.com. You got GoGo at foxbusiness.com. You can hit us on Facebook, CodyWillard.com. I always preview the day's show and also talk about the music and all kinds of stuff. So check it all out and send me anything. I'll answer any question you send. Washington probably won't do anybody much good. I'm not sure where we're going with this, guys. Let me go into my emails. Thomas in New York City. When will the pain in Apple stop? Hey, that's a simple one, or not. Guys, look, Apple, I mean, the thing's gone from $7 to $200 in the last 5 years. Yes, they're going to earn $5 or $6 this year, so obviously it should be up higher than 7. But between, say, 150 and 250, guys, that becomes sort of a multiple game, a sentiment game. And right now, that market is just ugly. The Nasdaq's down 15% from its highs when we got really bearish on this show, if you guys will remember. Sure, I'm a little less bearish, but again, guys, we're at year 5, year 6 of a boom cycle. I'm still going to be cautious throughout this, including with Apple. Bess in Alabama asks, Cody, you often complain that the Fed rate cuts and other stimuli, nice word, that the politicians propose is bad for renters and savers. But isn't a Fed cut good for the economy and stock market and therefore good for all of us? The bottom line with the Fed cut and all of these stimulus packages, guys, is that it is benefiting the rich. That is what we're all panicked about. We're worried about the investment bankers. We're worried about the banking system itself and all of the homeowners. So who are those people that are not benefiting? It's anyone that is not in that group. So if you don't own a home, if you're not an investment banker, or you're not in the banking system, you're not being directly helped. That means you're actually, that money has to come from someone. It's coming from you to go into those guys' pockets. Maybe in the long run it helps you a little bit, but I don't see that. I just don't. Taking money out of your pocket to pay Paul, not the way the world works. John in Texas asks, the media often plays up the Chicken Little idea of a coming economic doomsday. I guess I'm sort of part of that media now, right? Why don't you just tell people don't panic and to just be diversified and hold on for the long run? Because I do not believe that is the right thing to do. I think you should sell sometimes. Certainly in year 5 or year 6 of an economic boom, you should be taking something off the table. You don't be as aggressive here as you were in 2002. Maybe now that we're down 15%, you can put a little more back in. But guys, again, you got to pay attention to the broader economic cycles. I don't think it makes sense to just put your money in the market and forget about it. Doesn't quite work that way in the end. Rebecca, wow. We're back and forth over here.
Yeah, and so, yeah, it's yours is Cody at
foxbusiness.com.
Okay. I never email you, so
you
I don't know.
You never do, right?
Yeah. Well, I just go and talk to you. And mine is GoGo at foxbusiness.com. And you mentioned Facebook. I went and updated some of the links on the Facebook page, so that's getting a lot of response. So people who don't actually have our channel yet can go on Facebook and check it out.
There's actually a fan page for you on Yahoo that I've been to. I've commented on it. One of your fans asked me to come by. So
I chat with those people online.
Good.
The social networking site MySpace, which is owned by our parent company News Corp, reached an agreement with attorneys general to better protect children from sexual predators online. Joining me now to talk about this is Stacey Dubroff, the founder and president of MomCentral.com. Thank you for joining us here on Happy Hour. So even moms can come to Happy Hour.
I know, this is shocking.
She walks in, when Stacey walks in, she's like, oh my God, this is so great.
Who knew?
MySpace, I mean, it agreed to and took the initiative as well to do a lot to protect teenagers online. Take a couple of steps, technology steps that if they're, for example, in certain teenage years, that automatically their personal email address will not be open, maybe make their pages private and so forth. What do you make of it?
I think that many parents have a great anxiety about MySpace, and MySpace crafted a deal with the Attorney General's offices to gather information on sexual predators, something we hear about a lot in the news. But also, as a parent, for myself, having teen kids, we know that they go online, they engage in bullying and cliques and inappropriate behavior, and just like we don't want kids to come flooding in the bar here, we want to make sure that we're regulating kids coming onto MySpace and keeping them safe in the process.
Stacey, that's an interesting point you bring up, because now you have a lot of these teenagers using these sites to bully others. You know, we always talk about the bullying at school, and it's terrible for the kids who are the target, and now they're launching these bullying campaigns online. basically smear campaigns.
Right, and it's been a real challenge, especially with our kids being digital natives. As parents, we come in as what I call digital immigrants and try to keep up with what they're doing.
That's good, at least so they're launching some protections for them. Your website in particular, you know, we like to talk to people like yourself about how they got their businesses started. What's your story?
I actually started as a lawyer running the public interest office at Harvard Law School, and I was focused on, I had kids, and I thought, we are in such a generation caught between the homemakers that we grew up with and working. How in the world do we balance it all?
I have no idea. God, it's so tough.
It is, and at the end of the day, we know we've been busy, we've been very focused on our family logistics and our lives, and yet we can't account for our days. And so what I did with Mom Central, I wrote a series of books, and I've gone on to really think about how we reach moms, make our lives easier. In the process, I've partnered with corporations. Right now, I've partnered with Kimberly-Clark on a room a day giveaway so that we can remake our rooms.
Nice.
And I also do a lot of consulting on outreaching to moms, because I think if we're going to spend marketing dollars to reach moms, we want to give them a message that really activates them and something that we are going to take in and say, that makes so much sense to us. It really changes our feeling.
Right. It's
about our
really,
lives.
it truly is a struggle. You know, you hear from a lot of working moms and even moms that stay at home. You know, they face the opposite struggle, but it's a struggle nonetheless. On one of the women in the spotlight today, Hillary Clinton. Do you talk about the presidential politics on your website, and what feedback are you getting? Because you're in touch with the female vote.
I try to stay neutral because everyone comes. You know, it's very exciting. Clearly, with Hillary Clinton, we have the first woman running for president. But it's not like Hillary has captured all of the women's votes. Moms, women, we split, but we've got, this election has our attention. And as a result, it means that we are going to be voting in record numbers.
You think, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think we're paying attention. We're trying to sort Hillary from Barack Obama. We're trying to understand Mitt Romney and Huckabee. We're trying to sort these things out. And so I think that ultimately women this year are going to be the swing vote. And Hillary is really the catalyst that's gathered all our attention to bring this into motion.
All right, Stacey, we're going to have you back so we can hold you to the political point of views. But that's a very good perspective. And, you know, we'll have you keep in touch with the female vote for us. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We are doing a round of quick shots coming up next. Among the bizarre stories that we'll talk about, sex in bathrooms and some kind of manly adornment for your truck.
It's the empty